Welcome, and thanks for joining us today as we talk with Overstock CEO Jonathan Johnson about preparing for the return to offices across the federal government.
Vanessa, thanks for having me on the show. It's great to talk with you.
Well, let's dive right in. There's a lot going on. The Biden administration plans to ramp up the return of feds to agency offices starting this month, particularly for feds who are in public facing jobs. From your perspective, what are some of the challenges you see for agencies preparing for this return, particularly around the ideas of like cleaning and maintaining sanitized offices, which has changed a lot since the pandemic?
Jesse, this is a great question. At Overstock, we've faced similar challenges as our staff has been working remotely since March of 2020, and we will continue to largely be remote for the time being. But as people have come in, we've had to change the way we think. The pandemic has changed how everybody thinks about how we will use our spaces and the flexibility. So at Overstock, we've taken a closer look at cleaning protocols to make sure our buildings are clean and refined as needed. We've looked at air ducts to make sure that, and filters to make sure that they're being used best they can. We're also being much more flexible with sick days. So anytime someone is even feeling a little bit sick, we want them staying home. As far as products, things we look at is that there's certainly a more need for cleaning and sanitizing products. That means hand sanitizers and cleaning wipes throughout the building that are more accessible. And I think we see that everywhere, and we'll see that in our office spaces. I also think it's important that as people come back to work, that we take a look at refreshing the space and making it fit the needs of a new culture, making sure it works for everyone. This can mean new desks, it can mean new chairs, and it can mean updating the decor and layout so that it fits the new mode of work that we're all going to be moving into.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different. And not everybody's going to be back at once, right? There'll be some people who are coming in the office, some people will still be remote, and it'll slowly ramp up. So it'll be a lot of change. I think a lot of people maybe don't know that Overstock Government is a full-blown office supply and furnishing business. Even though you guys have been participating in the GSA commercial marketplace platform for more than a year, it's part of a 3-year pilot program. You guys aren't just the extras. I think people might think that, right? They might know you as that, which isn't really fair. But let's talk about some of the things that you guys have learned since you've been on this pilot, especially important right now because GSA is looking at how it can expand the pilot and add more participants to the platform. And it's also seeking some public comment on an RFI. So talk about that. What have you guys learned so far?
Well, it's been a great first year from us from kind of an internal perspective. We've been able to increase the number of products that are available on the Overstock Government side. And when we do that, we're really leveraging off our company's 3 brand pillars: product findability, where we leverage our technology from our commercial site at overstock.com. We have thousands of vetted companies with millions of products. This really ensures competition with a wide selection of small businesses, women-owned businesses, as well as Ability One and environmentally preferred products. So product findability is first and foremost. Second is smart value. It's one of the company's brand pillars, and it includes what Overstock Government is doing. We have top quality products at the best price. These aren't seconds. These aren't liquidation products. These are first run brand name products. And at Overstock Government, this means everyday low prices and tax exempt for the Overstock Government purchaser. And then I think it's important we focus on our third brand pillar, easy delivery and support. This means free shipping on everything. It also means kind of a concierge customer service situation for Overstock Government customers on all their purchases. And we provide agencies with great shopping and purchasing data. You know what you're buying, you know how much you're buying, you know who you're buying it from. So, I think the 40,000 eligible card holders that are part of this from more than 20 participating agencies have had a good experience. From our perspective, it's gone well. I think from the government's perspective, it started a little slow because of the pandemic. But those that have been purchasing have a very high customer satisfaction score of a 9.0 out of 10. So we're earning good marks in terms of savings and price competitiveness, and then ease of delivery and support.
Hey, you're definitely right about that. The satisfaction levels have been really high for this project. And I think that's one of the reasons they're probably looking now to move into the expansion phase, because they know it's working well. Well, let's talk about something else you touched on there, which I think is a real concern for agencies, especially as they're going to have a ton of people returning busily to the offices, but also needing to provide supplies and services to those who are staying in their remote offices, which is the issue of supply chain. How can agencies use the platform to restock supplies quickly? I mean, I'm sure they're going to be concerned about supply chain. We read about it every day in the paper and online.
Yeah, the supply chain has gotten a little better, but it's still bottlenecked, that's for sure. And the way overstock government addresses that is thousands of partners. So if one partner is out of stock, it's almost certain that another product will have a very similar product in stock. And at Overstock Government, we don't list any product that for sale that's not available to ship in 1 or 2 days. So, we avoid the supply chain delays by only having in-stocked products listed. We think current bottlenecks for the general industry are going to continue at ports and air cargo hubs throughout the USA. And that's going to create delays for a lot of our competitors, but we're well positioned with product ready to ship. If it's on site, you can be guaranteed we're going to have it. We've also hired a new chief supply chain officer who's focusing on optimizing our unique operating model to make it even better for what we do. Our average click to delivery for all products is less than 4 days. So if you see something and you want it, you're going to get it, and you're going to get it quickly.
Right. And that also means you can purchase on demand. People don't have to stockpile, right? Which I think that's critical too.
Yeah, if you need something now, get it. And if you're afraid it's going to be out of stock later, we're deep. We're deep with the product in stock.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back for more of our chat with Overstock CEO Jonathan Johnson.